Whis reveals he's afraid of Goku. Beerus bursts into laughter and says it was a good joke. Whis tells the Destroyer that he's serious, and the God of Destruction asks what's so frightening about Goku. The angel replies ironically that he thought Beerus already knew. After all, he was terrified when he saw Goku using only Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken. Beerus says he was just surprised, that's all, because such a low level isn't enough to scare him. The angel mocks him and continues, saying he never imagined Goku would reach such high levels. The God of Destruction replies that it's his own fault for agreeing to train in Saiyan. Whis says, that doesn't matter, after all, Goku's power never stops growing, and when Goku brought Zeno from the future to befriend the Zeno of the present, the Grand Priest showed a great interest in Saiyan, an interest he had never shown in anyone in any universe, which is quite peculiar. Beerus laughs and asks if Daishinkan's son is jealous of his father. Whis replies, embarrassed, that it's nothing like that, he's just afraid Goku will become the new priest. Do you think that's possible? Caulifla becomes completely enamored upon seeing Super Saiyan 4. She asks Goku to teach her, but our protagonist says it's impossible. She tells him to stop playing games and teach her already, promising to do whatever he wants in return. However, Goku tries to explain that it wasn't a transformation he simply learned and awakened, but one his body achieved on its own after the help of a wizard. Caulifla gets irritated and says that one way or another she'll achieve that transformation too, and begins trying to transform by concentrating energy in her back, but fails miserably. Goku says it's not that simple and that there's another detail. The fact that the Saiyans of Universe 6 never had a tail could make the transformation much more difficult or even inaccessible for her. Caulifla asks who the wizard was who awakened this power in him, and Goku replies that it was Neva, a Namekian he met in the Makai realm. The Saiyan woman from Universe 6 begins to beg Goku to take her there. Goku hesitates a bit, saying it's not so easy to get there, but she insists, saying she will. Whatever is necessary. Should Goku help her with this? Goku asks Whis if he has ever fought against Daishinkan. The Angel of the 7th Universe finds this question very peculiar, and questions the Saiyan about the reason for his curiosity. Goku then replies that he remembers the first time he went to Zeno's palace, where Whis revealed that Daishinkan is one of the 5 most powerful beings in the entire universe, and asks what he based his conclusion on. Whis praises Goku, saying that he is very clever and that he has indeed fought against Daishinkan a few times, and this was one of the reasons he warned Goku not to do the foolish thing of challenging the Grand Priest to a duel. Goku is impressed and asks Whis to tell him about the fight, and the Angel of the Universe of 7 tells him to calm down and explains that it wasn't a no-holds-barred fight. It turns out that in the angelic pre-selection, the Grand Priest faces his pupils to see if they are ready to assume such a responsible position, and whoever passes the test becomes an angel. This means that if Goku wants to face Daishinkan one day, the only way is by applying to become an angel and becoming his disciple. Of the High Priest, do you want that to happen? Beerus discovers that Goku has managed to land a few hits on Whis. The Universe 7 angel reveals that the Saiyan even bit him once, and that while the God of Destruction was asleep, Goku teleported a bomb that exploded on Whis, striking with such speed that the angel couldn't dodge it. Beerus is obviously furious with Whis upon learning this and asks how he could be so careless. Whis replies that he never imagined Goku would be able to get past his guard. Beerus points out that Whis let his guard down, and the angel admits to underestimating the Saiyan. Still irritated, the God of Destruction remarks that such a foolish lapse could result in the end of Universe 7. If something were to happen to Whis and the Grand Priest found out, he would inform Zeno, spelling the end of everything. Whis then reveals to the God of Destruction that this is highly unlikely, as the Grand Priest has revealed plans for Goku and Universe 7. Startled, Beerus asks if the Grand Priest plans to train Goku, and Whis confirms that is exactly the case. The Grand Priest wants Universe 7 to make up for the loss of Maris. Do you think Goku would agree to that? It seemed like just another normal day, until Goku appeared before Zeno with a request no one expected. Zeno, can you train me? The Grand Priest was completely shocked. Lord Goku, that's impossible. The King of All doesn't train warriors, but Goku smiled. I've already trained with King Kai, with Whis. I've faced gods. Now I want to learn from the strongest of them all. Zeno looked at Goku for a few seconds and began to laugh. No one has ever asked me that before. Even Zeno's 2 guards exchanged glances, unable to believe what they were hearing. The Grand Priest then warned, if Lord Zeno accepts, the entire universe could change. Zeno remained silent for a few moments, then he broke into a huge smile and replied, all right, Goku, but you might regret making that request. Do you want a sequel? Goku stopped Zeno from erasing Universe 7. He now has the standing to intervene in the Supreme Zeno's decisions, thanks to his training with Daishinkan, which made him the Grand Priest's right-hand man and vastly increased his influence across the universes. Daishinkan looks at Goku and remarks on how a mere Saiyan, who was initially rejected even by the Grand Lord Zeno's guards, has risen to surpass them. Goku asks Zeno why he intended to erase Universe 7, and the Omni King replies that he was annoyed by certain events unfolding there. The Saiyan asks for clarification. After all, having spent so much time at Zeno's palace, Goku is completely out of the loop regarding what is happening in his own universe. The Omni King explains that there is an individual named Frieza who wants to eliminate the gods of destruction, something that infuriates Zeno, as only he holds the power to decide a destroyer's fate. Goku suggests that Zeno look at things from a different perspective. When Zeno asks what he means, Goku points out that the Omni King usually erases an entire universe to solve a problem, whereas he could simply erase the specific person causing it. Do you agree with this? Do you agree with... Vegeta tells Goku that it's time to revive his parents. Goku finds this absurd and asks how Vegeta intends to do it. The Prince of the Saiyans wastes no time and says they will use the Dragon Balls. Goku is surprised and questions why Vegeta would decide this out of the blue. After all, his parents died many years ago. Vegeta replies that he's been thinking about it since he met the Saiyans of the 6th universe and heard about planet Sadala. This awakened in him a desire to re-establish the Saiyans race, reviving all the kind-hearted Saiyans who were killed by Frieza, and this includes Goku's parents and almost half of planet Vegeta. Goku is confused and tells Vegeta that he's heard terrible things about King Vegeta, and that if the wish is to revive the kind-hearted Saiyans, he regrets to inform him, but he thinks Vegeta's father won't be revived. The Prince of the Saiyans laughs and calls Goku an idiot, saying he knows this and doesn't care about his father, and that he only wants to re-establish the kind-hearted Saiyans of the 7th universe, who will be a race as evolved as, or even more evolved than, his father. More than the Saiyans of Universe 6, and believes that Shenlong is capable of doing this currently. After all, his race was not destroyed by the god of destruction, but by another mortal. It seemed like just another normal day, until Goku appeared before Zeno with a request no one expected. Zeno, can you train me? The Grand Priest was completely shocked. Lord Goku, that's impossible. The King of All doesn't train warriors. But Goku smiled. I've already trained with King Kai, with Whis. I've faced gods. Now I want to learn from the strongest of them all. Zeno looked at Goku for a few seconds and began to laugh. No one has ever asked me that before. Even Zeno's 2 guards exchanged glances, unable to believe what they were hearing. The Grand Priest then warned, if Lord Zeno accepts, the entire universe could change. Zeno remained silent for a few moments. Then he broke into a huge smile and replied, all right, Goku, but you might regret making that request. Do you want a sequel? It seemed like just another normal day, until Zeno asked the Grand Priest something no one had ever imagined. Do you remember how we met? The Grand Priest smiled for the first time in a long time. How could I forget? Millions of years ago, before the 12 universes existed, the Grand Priest had been imprisoned in a prison capable of sealing even divine beings. Chained by a mysterious force, he was condemned to remain there for all eternity. It was then that a small boy appeared before the bars. It was Zeno. Without showing fear, he simply extended his hand, and with a simple gesture, destroyed the entire prison as if it had never existed. At that moment, the Grand Priest knelt before him. Did you free me? Zeno replied, smiling. Because no one deserves to be imprisoned forever. From that day forward, the Grand Priest swore that he would follow and protect Zeno with his own existence, and that is why his loyalty to the King of All can never be broken. Goku makes an unexpected request to Whis. Whis, could you unleash Super Saiyan 4 within me? Whis raised an eyebrow. But that transformation only awakened in the demon realm. It doesn't belong to this universe. Goku smiled. Even so, I managed to reach it. There must be a way to bring it back. Whis closed his eyes and analyzed Goku's energy for a few moments. Then he replied, the power still exists within you, but it's bound by the laws of this universe. Goku took a step forward. Then teach me how to break those laws. Whis smiled discreetly. So you want me to teach you how to break the laws by awakening a transformation that your own dimension tries to prevent? At that instant, Whis uses his staff and Goku's tail appears for a brief second, and even Beerus noticed that there was something different about him besides the tail. It seemed like just another normal day, until a dark energy enveloped planet Earth. Goku and Vegeta rushed to investigate and found Black Frieza waiting for them. With a smile, Frieza said, you've finally arrived. I want you to witness the birth of the true Emperor of the Gods. Goku replied that Lord Zeno would never allow that, but Frieza only laughed. I realized in the tournament of power that Zeno doesn't rule alone. His kingdom exists because there are gods of destruction maintaining the order of the universes. Then he revealed his true plan. I will hunt down each god of destruction, one by one. Without them, the angels will disappear. When they all fall, no one will be able to stop my arrival at Zeno's palace. Goku clenched his fists. Have you gone mad, Frieza? The Emperor only smiled. No, son Goku. I've finally stopped thinking like a mere mortal. I don't want to just conquer Universe 7 or waste my time with some idiotic revenge against you. I want to rule above the King of All. And before Goku and Vegeta's eyes, Black Frieza vanished, beginning the greatest hunt against the gods in all of history. Whis confesses to Goku that he was responsible for the accident the Saiyan suffered when he was still a baby. Goku asks what accident he's talking about, and the angel replies that Goku was too young to remember, but that his adoptive grandfather took him for a walk in the forest when he mysteriously fell off a cliff, suffering a severe blow to the head. From then on, his behavior changed, becoming calmer and ceasing to act like a Saiyan, which is why Goku lost a large part of his memories. Goku asks what Whis has to do with it, and the angel replies that he took advantage of his grandfather's distraction to cause the accident, even stating that it was so easy and subtle that Son Gohan didn't even notice his presence. Goku is confused and asks Whis why he did it, and the angel replies with something no one expected. It's because Goku's destiny willed it so. Goku asks what destiny, and Whis replies that since Goku was born, he has been predestined to become an angel. None of it was by chance. His accident, his acceptance of training the Saiyan on the Destroyer's planet, and especially his mastering Ultra Instinct, it was all written in the stars.